Australia, where everything that moves tries to kill you. Well, it's really not that bad. It's a bit of a running joke we have with tourists, except when it comes to magpies in this time of year. As you saw there in the intro, things get a bit nasty out there on the road. Between the end of August and mid-October, these birds are nesting and they get very, very territorial and very, very aggressive. Yesterday's ride I had about 3 or 4 direct head strikes, so on today's ride I put a few cameras on the bike to show everyone what it's all about. Now this was no provocation of these birds whatsoever. Well, being a cyclist is just cause for a lot of people to attack us, but these are just us trying to coexist in the same spot with a little bit of incompatibility. Let's have a closer look at today's action. Okay, closer look at today's attacks out on the road. Out of nowhere, within a few seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and finishing off with the 5th. Super aggressive actions there before he gave up and headed to the trees. Just a quick scrub through the slow-mo here to show you that they're not Photoshop photos. Looking super mean, coming in just before the strike on the left ear. They love the left ear, and what you can see there are the claws that scratch you. A little bit further down the road, open field, out of nowhere, bit of a long range, but I was saved by the car behind. There's another car that's passing me, so this one didn't quite get to me before giving up. A little bit of a slow-mo at this one. So you can see here, this is looking behind me. You have absolutely no idea these attacks are coming. You can't hear them if there's a little bit of wind or if you're moving a little quicker on the bike. You can see here, gliding in and pulling out before any nastiness takes place. So that's a polite magpie. No problems at all with those ones. A little further down the road here, this gets really interesting. This is double teamed. Bit of a squawk coming in there. You think, okay, here's the one, here's the attack coming. Surprise, surprise, they work in pairs. Out of nowhere comes the second one, and this one finishes the job off very harshly. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Pulls out, gets the car there. Comes back, another long range attack. Leaves it with 4 for the day. A couple of scrub throughs on these ones of just how quickly these birds do come in. It's a magnificent looking shot. So you might see a few of these out on the internet. They're not photoshopped, these are real, and these birds can hit you on the head. Magnificent. Okay, a bit of sporting fun there. Out on the bike, trying to coexist with those birds. It can get a bit nasty, but if we come away unscathed, happy days. So my 6 tips on dealing with magpies, if you're an Australian or coming over to Australia and riding during this period, these just might save your head. My first tip is if you're in a bunch ride, stay on the front or mid-pack. Don't sit at the back, let that rider take the direct hit. Tip number 2 is to protect your ears. Those magpies love things that stick out, and typically their ears on cyclists, even under a helmet, they can get their beaks right in. So this time of year is pretty cool, still here in Australia. So an ear warmer is really handy to tuck those ears away, or a buff or a scarf, something like this, which I wear over my head and tucking my ears away. That also protects your neck, which is number 3. Those claws, they will get in the way. I have had a few bleeding scratches from those birds. Yes, they do try and kill us. So having that sort of hanging down like a bit of a, I guess, a fabric mullet also protects you. On to tip number 4 for dealing with magpies out on the road, sunglasses. Magpies typically attack from the back, so what the sunglasses do is stop everyone else seeing the fear in your eyes when the birds are attacking. Just kidding. If things do get a bit nasty, and magpies are known to get tied up and get caught, protecting your eyes is probably number 1, because if things do get a bit crazy out there, you want something across your eyes, always wear sunnies out on the road. Number 5, and if you do have time, make eye contact with the bird. These birds are very, very smart, and they know if you're looking at them, they will not come down and swoop. So if you can maintain eye contact for the few hundred meters perimeter that you need to keep an eye on those birds, they will not swoop. Even with sunnies on, they'll know that you're looking at them, they won't come near you. And finally, tip number 6 that I use all the time is just simply extending your hand and putting it to the side of your head, making a bit of a rooster crest, and riding along. So you've got one hand control of the bike, you've got your hand up, the bird will not swoop anywhere near things sticking up like that, and away you go. It's going to be at probably 30 seconds to a minute of riding with one hand. You can swap hands, the magpie doesn't really care, and away you go. And of course, there's always the zip ties and Google Eyes solutions for your helmet, but it depends how much money you want to spend on your echidna or porcupine cosplay. For me, I'll just stick to my hands. So there's my 6 friendly tips on dealing with magpies this time of year. It can be a bit of a nervous time there out on the road, but if you listen for them, put your hand up, away you go. Just shooting them or getting rid of the birds isn't going to be a solution. They're not going anywhere, neither are we. We need to coexist and enjoy the road together. Well, they're in the trees, but you know what I'm saying. Today's video was shot with a GoPro Hero Session on the back of my helmet and a GoPro Hero 6 on my back with the chest strap reversed. The GoPro Hero 7 is on order, so we'll see if we can get some high-res versions of these bombing raids soon. If you're an Aussie, let us know below your tips on dealing with these birds in a friendly way. Or if you're not from Australia, let us know how scared you would be coming up against those things outside. Just remember, everything in Australia isn't out to kill you, except those birds. Thanks for watching.